Hello, you made it to Cheryl's Place. I'm Cheryl. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. It means a great deal. I just thought I would do kind of an update um, about life in general. I did make that one, I think, over a couple weeks ago. I had dropped Rick off. He was doing some miniature tournament game playing. If you caught like the live hobbies and passion videos that I'm doing and I'm going to continue to do soon here. And he showed his little miniature guys and stuff. So he had a Star Wars tournament with little miniatures on the train and everything, terrain and everything. And so got him a lunch. He's ready to go. He had his breakfast. He looked good. Maybe a little tired, but the poor guy doesn't really sleep all the time. He's always trying to sleep, but sleep doesn't always prevail. Let's just say that. And I made the video. I thought, oh, I'm home alone. Tyler's off doing something. No one's going to distract me. So I made the video. I'm going along my way, doing some things. And it was a little while, and the phone, it was Rick. So I answered. I said, hey, how's it going? Because, game. So I said, did you win your game? Because there was 3 games that day he was going to play. And a guy goes, hi, I'm so-and-so. I knew immediately Rick's blood sugar was low. So I'm like, so talked to the wonderful gentleman that called. Him and some other people were taking care of him. And so I drive there. And even though it maybe was 15 plus minutes away, probably maybe 15 maybe, I don't know. It felt like forever. So I get there and I have more Skittles because he ate a whole pack of Skittles and other things, and so they were giving him Mountain Dew and whatever. He was pretty much like a gray-white color, and his lips were blue-purple and not coherent enough, Anyways, so that was very nerve-wracking. And so before we go, he ate some more sugar and drank some more Mountain Dew. And the lovely place did not charge us for the pop and whatever he was drinking. But we're gonna do something a little nice for them. That was really, generous. And they took care of Rick the best they could. And then so 2 of them helped bring Rick out to the car. He was able to walk real slow, and they had boxed all his stuff up. And so, anyway, so everything he had brought was already put back where, how he brought it, I guess. And they're super gracious. So I grabbed Rick's stuff and I moved the car up, to the doors, and they helped get him in. And then Rick's still, when he's only had a few handful of really super bad ones where you're on the border of, because he does have low blood sugar often, but it's not where it's like this, where it's just he's not functioning. And so these type have only happened like a handful, maybe plus times. And so usually about within 20 minutes, a half hour, he's like starting to feel a little better, and whatever, and he was still kind of I would say not doing the best. And I said, I think we should go to the hospital. And whenever I say things like that, Rick's like, no, which, I get. Hospitals are not fun. Who wants to go unless you need to? I didn't say anything. So I'm like, yeah, I know he's not feeling too groovy. So we get there, and they help get his blood sugar up, and because he has heart issues, they were monitoring that. And then because they had so much fluid on him that, we're working on, and some of the medications when you get to this point, and kidney failure, they just stopped working. So they gave him a really strong medication. I wish I could remember the name of it, to take with his Lasix. And that has been helping. He is down 17 pounds. No, he was 56, 29, 46, 36. 27 pounds. He's down 27 pounds out of the about 35 to 40 pounds of fluid he had on him. He's still moving a little slow, and he's still but these are all normal things for where he's at. But yeah, it was scary, because this is the first time that that's happened outside of the home, except for one time when he was really dizzy, and this was before we found out he had the kidney failure and all that stuff. He kind of fell and was not really cohesive for a little bit, and we weren't sure it was the blood sugar, and so I just gave him a bunch of sugar, and it seemed to be that. We got to the car afterwards, he checked his blood sugar, and after eating all that sugar and everything, it was at a good place where it needed to be. But so those are really the kind of only two big things that have ever happened, like away from the home, where it's a health where someone's falling over, so he got home. We had to stay in the hospital. He's home. Because it's been some nice days in between the rainy days, where it's like been 60, almost 70 a couple days in the last week. And he's been wanting to do stuff outside, so I've been helping him. We seeded patches in our front yard. We had a tree dug out because it was starting to split in half, and so the city took care of it. And so they took the stump and filled dirt, and then it just, they were supposed to fix the grass and plant a tree, but it's like, okay, you know what? That's whatever. They got rid of that tree before it hurt anyone. I'm not going to complain. So we're getting some grass and stuff out there. And then Rick made something on his, what is it called? We got him an early birthday Father's Day gift. It's one of those, is it color redstone? Blackstone. I think it's called Blackstone. And so he was so excited about that. Tyler helped put that together. And this was after the hospital. And, Rick's still moving slow, but it was on sale. We got it for $100 cheaper than from the website. So great. We got it. And Tyler's helped put it together. And so Rick did all the seasoning thing. And so he really wanted to do something. So he made breakfast for dinner one night last week. Or was it? Yeah, last week. And so he made French toast, bacon, hash browns, and eggs. And everything tasted good. But just, things that people learn when they have never used things of this nature is once you get it hot, it is a good idea to turn things down because it's really, really hot. And things will turn different colors and textures when it's cooked a little too hot. But everything tastes like it was supposed to. Just, anyways. But it was fabulous. He had a great time. So he's got millions of recipes that he's been talking about. He wants to try in there. So we shall see what's next. And I'm glad he's happy. He loves the gift. And, he, even though, he can't do everything he wants in a fast time anymore. So even though he said, I'm going to do everything, in my heart, I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I'm like, oh, hey, why don't I scramble these eggs for you while you, put the bacon and hash browns down. I did, and then, got things, anyways. So, little help that I did not tell Tyler, just told him that Dad made everything. And he's like, this is great. And so it's a learning curve because Rick doesn't really cook. So he grills and makes frozen pizzas and tuna fish sandwiches. So for him to make he smokes, he uses a smoker. But things that, need to be done like in a timely fashion, it isn't his forte, but he will get there. I have faith in him. So the rest of this week, because we had a bunch of rain after Rick came out of the hospital, but yesterday we had a little sun. Today we have a little sun. It's, like I said, it's going to probably start getting cloudy out. It's been cloudy on and off. So that's what's going on there. I'm still trying to eat mostly keto. I've had days here and there. I ate stuff I haven't binge ate, but I just ate stuff I shouldn't. And it's not like candy or fast food. It's usually ends up being a bread or a tater tot, something of that nature. But for the most part, that's going as good as it can. And still exercise every day. Kirsten from Quick Fit. Oh, Kirsten Quick. You'll find her. Quick Fit. Quick. I will type it in the description. See, she's Kirsten out of me. It's like channel names. I forget them, and I truly apologize. It's not done on purpose. You're no longer the channel to me. You're somebody in my life. So I apologize, Kirsten. But she's doing a jumping jack challenge this month. So if anyone's interested in doing that, check out her Facebook page and check out her YouTube channel. Yeah, so I do more of the star jumps or whatever, one leg out star, jumping jack type thing. So, however it works for you to do it, if you can do the most fabulous jumps, fabulous. If you do like me, fabulous. It's just a challenge for fun, get us strong, and, be proactive. And, maybe that's all the exercise you got for the day is that just the jumping jacks. You did something, it's better than doing nothing. So I got that going on besides my normal, excuse me, allergies. I don't usually get coffee and things with my allergies, but the last couple of years that kind of has changed. Just usually runny nose, scratchy throat, and then, whatever, the head feels like it's in the clouds, but now it's doing this. Such is life. I'm trying to think. What have we done? Sad to say, it was a lot of doctor's appointments. When Rick got home. Once a week. Well, they said once a week, but it appears to be 2 times a week. Rick sends in his weight on Wednesdays, but the first Friday we got home, they called. Last week they called. Friday, it must have been Friday again, but today they called. And today is Monday, the 6th, and to want to know his weight. So, and then he goes, and then every week we've been home, he goes and does labs. They take the vampires, need his blood, and stuff, take labs that they need, and then so they're really monitoring his kidney function since they have him on a really big dose of Lasix in the morning and at night, and then that stronger pill. But the stronger pill, they don't want people on it. Certain people probably can't, but Rick can't, because in the long run it will actually do more damage to his kidneys, and which we're trying to not cause any more damage to. So he got, like, I don't know, maybe 10 days of that or something, and so that's what's helping him to get rid of this water weight. So now they're doing weekly checks, because they let Rick know that dialysis is coming sooner than later. And once the stronger water pills no longer help, then that's when we will go in and get trained for that. So that's where we're at with that. So it's a weekly check, him going in and then sending weights, or how much he weighs. Only 2 days since he was on the stronger meds. One day he stayed the same weight, and a different day he gained only 2 pounds. Otherwise, it's been going down pretty much every day, so that's good. Yeah, so, excuse me. Oh, I do want to tell you the silliest thing. When we used to live in Uptown, Minneapolis, there was this car, I don't know what kind of car it was, smaller car. They glued wine corks everywhere. So anywhere that wasn't a glass, the windows, and probably metal things near the bumper or whatever, was completely covered. They're glued on. And then after that was for, I don't know how long, they actually painted and made some designs on it. And I can't remember what they were. Excuse me, but I just remember it. Because when I was driving Rick to some appointments, there's a car that pulls up, and I can't see everything because there's a dang semi in front of me. They have stickers. Those like kid stickers that are like kind of puffy, I don't know, and googly eyes, all different sizes, are glued on to the car everywhere that's not glass. I'm like, oh my gosh, it made me think of that car when we were living in Uptown. And then so we get done doing things and we were starting to head back home. Several blocks away from where we turned, they're turning the opposite way at the lights. I seen the car again, but now they're at a stop and we got the green light and I was pretty far back, so I'm going pretty good speed, so I still don't get a look at the car. Excuse me, but I just thought that was so funny that I was like, wow. You know, that takes a lot of time unless you have some people that are helping you. I can't imagine how long that would take, even gluing those corks from the wine bottles on there. Oh, and then another thing I wanted to say is, it's like, Rick, you know, Rick was excited to make, excuse me, breakfast for dinner. And told Misty and maybe a couple other people, I can't remember, that the first time as a kid, when my mom says, we're having breakfast for dinner, my mind was like, psh, we can do that? And it was just like the most magical thing I remember. I just thought it was like the best thing. So it didn't happen like often, but we just thought that was the best when my mom did that. So I did that, you know, with my kids, and I don't remember, they were young, but not, you know, they both were talking, so I don't know, Tyler might have been kindergarten or before kindergarten, and I did that, and they were like, we have breakfast for dinner? It's just like, I don't know, it's just funny. But yeah, so, and so then Tyler's like, yeah, I love breakfast for dinner, and so, anyways, see, my mind is so scattered because I have so many things running in, like, things like medical, that's taken up like this much, and then other things that are going on, and then those are just like throughout. But we'll take it. We're just moving forward every day and doing our best. So yeah, so I hope everything's going well for you. Maybe work is hard, maybe there's something happening with family, or you're not feeling great, or anything. I just care about you, and we will get through it. You know, everybody has hard days no matter what it is. Maybe you just broke a fingernail, or maybe you went out to the mailbox and the handle broke off. You know, it doesn't have to all be, oh, you know, big heavy things. Everything happens to everybody every day. So we'll get there. We will all get where we need to be. So I don't want you to ever forget how amazing you are. I love you. Take care, and sending lots of love and hugs. Bye. Oh, wrong way. Let's see.